I found myself this week kind of lazy and maybe kind of skip my prayer time here and there. And unfortunately, this week, the first, like I said, half was pretty good, but the latter half, yes. Get it? Actually, on Wednesday, I was on my way to go meet a member of our church. But then, out of nowhere, there's a car in front of me that was kind of just behind, and I was legally behind him. I wasn't tailgating or anything. I was behind him 3 seconds, and all of a sudden this car just swerved to the left, and in front of me was a ladder, right? A ladder on 66, and it wasn't one of these little dinky ones. It was one of those construction ones made out of metal. And I thought to myself, okay, I can only do two things. Number one, I can try to swerve, but literally I only had a couple seconds to make all these decisions. And I thought, if I swerve, I want to hit this ladder. If I hit that if I hit that with my wheel, either my wheels is all going to be popped and I'm going to swerve on 66 and get into a bigger accident, or that ladder is going to flip somewhere and then the car behind me is going to get nailed, right? So I said, okay, at least I know cars have this little clearance, above the ground. I was like, I'm just going to go run over it. So that's what I did. I ran over the ladder. And for a split second, I said, I'm going to make it. I was like, I'm going to make it. And all of a sudden, and my whole underneath of my car, I just heard everything just rip apart. And then I hear these noises in my car. Every electrical lights on my dashboard is on. I'm like saying, oh my gosh. And I saw the rearview mirror, and I saw like metal pieces flying everywhere. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is not happening. And eventually, thank God my car was still able to drive. I was still able, so I drove to the nearest auto body shop, and I got the adjusting, and it came out to be about $3,000. So I'm just thinking, oh, praise the Lord. You know, my Camry is about 130,000 miles. You know, I guess it's time to do a little tune-up. Because, you know, honestly, I haven't done any wheel alignments or anything like that. But I figured, I said, this is a good way for the car to get a touch-up, right? New bumper, because my bumper is all cracked and everything. And now I'm sporting a nice red Dodge Charger. So, you know, my son was like, when I came home, he was like, this is so cool. I was like, yeah, enjoy it for a little bit. But, and I try to get everything, you know, I try to look at the bright side of it. And I was like, at least I'm not hurt, right? At least I'm not hurt. At least there was no cars around me that could have got hurt. And I thank God that, you know, the damage wasn't that bad, only about a couple $1,000s. So I was thankful for that. But then Thursday, Adelaide wakes up. On her stomach, she got all these bumps all over her stomach. And so I was like, oh, what is this? I thought it was just some type of rash. Adelaide's got chicken pox, and but it's a mild case, because she got 2 doses of the shots, but doctor said even if you get shots, you still are able to catch it. My son is running away from Adelaide, saying, don't touch me, don't touch me. I don't want to get chicken pox. But yes, my daughter, it's going away, thank God, it's going away, she's getting better. So that's another great relief.
It's like fighting against a little kid. Oh, that was funny. Daniel, like, how long is your arm? How long is your reach? Do you know? Pretty long, cause you're like what, 5'11"? Yeah. So you're like your wingspan should be pretty tall. Yeah, pretty long. Your wingspan is almost as tall as your height, almost. Yeah. About, yeah. Most people's wingspan is about their height. Yeah.
You tall yourself?
So, pretty tall, man. No wonder you have a longer reach than her. So.
Yeah. She's like 5'3". 5'5".
And then go over today.
Yeah.
That's how she fights, ladies and gentlemen. Ah!
What are you doing? I don't know. Oh, this one?
Fly.
This one.
Turn around. Now, turn around. No, wrong way.
You told me to do
No,
this.
stop. That way. Stop. This way. Stop. This way. Stop. This way. Every little way. Back to the.
They're pretty good. They're really awesome. I'm very proud of them. They did a good job at the concert.
I think you gotta get up early. You gotta start first. You gotta start since you're in the front.
Very nice. Another cool day, another awesome day in my life. Did a taught class. So I'm about to cook myself some dinner, and I'll maybe take the leftovers for lunch tomorrow. You know, I was working today, and a coworker of mine said something really interesting. Kids are not able to do things on their own as much as they used to. A lot of times it's, and I see this a lot, especially in the kids that are like upper elementary. When I was a kid, my mom did a lot of things for me, and I think this is a testament to maybe how I grew up. My mom would always pack me lunch, and I would never pack lunch. I would say to my mom in the morning, or actually the night before, Mom, I need lunch. And she would pack lunch for me, or she'd give me some money and I'd go buy lunch. I've had to force myself to relearn how to do this kind of thing, and just to make lunch, to prepare for the next day. And so it's kind of funny to see the kids, going through the same thing, and I can see it. Kids don't know how to prepare themselves for the next day. It's as simple as just maybe packing their own lunch. And I'm not talking about 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. They're still young. I'm talking about 3rd graders, 4th graders, 5th graders who just are like relying on their parents so much that if one little thing is out of sync, they have no idea what to do. Like, for example, a student did not have a pencil. And I was like, where are your pencils? Oh, they're at home. I thought my mom and dad would put them in my book bag for me. Anyway, something that just bothered me a little bit today about, kids of today, that, yes, parents are there to help them, to raise them, to nurture them. If your parents do everything for you, you can't be adequately prepared for real life. And I found that out myself too, because my mom did a lot of things for me, and that I should be able to do myself as an adult. Things like laundry, cooking, my own food. I should be able to do that. It's those simple things that you got to learn in life that, your parents got to kind of help you, learn how to do that by yourself. Things like, renewing your license, applying for car insurance, doing your taxes, doing that stuff, Anyway, I'm going to cook some food right now. I'm going to do some simple things. And if you guys, want some tips, watch, look at this. Very simple stuff you can get at a grocery store. Hamburger helper. Very simple. Now, it's not the most healthiest thing in the world, but hey, it's easy to make. All you need is the box, some meat, okay? This box you only need 1 pound of meat with that. And this is a 2.14 pounds. So I'm just going to cut this in half. I'm going to cook it up, and I'm going to cook this hamburger helper. First it says brown ground beef in 10-inch skillet and drain. Okay, so that's about half. Put this in the frying pan. Turn it on. Alright. Another word of advice when you're cooking, anything that may smell, even if it smells good to you, it might not smell good to others. So always remember to turn on the fan so that any kind of excess smell that might permeate through the house, and it might be a lot of smell, but at least some of it will go into the fan and you won't bother other people. Okay, so I cooked the meat, I drained it, and it's on the pan. Let's see, next part is stir in the hot water, mix milk and uncooked pasta, heat to boiling, stir occasionally. Okay. Okay, so I mixed in all the ingredients, and I'm just gonna let it boil, heat to boiling, and then reduce the heat after it's boiling. Cover it, simmer about for 10 minutes. I don't really have a cover, so I'm just gonna let it simmer, and it'll probably take a little longer, but it should get the job done. Sauce will thicken, refrigerate leftovers. And that's it. That's all you do to make it. And I'll show you guys the end result once I'm done making it. And then 3, 2, and voila. You have cheeseburger, macaroni, hamburger helper. It's simple. It's easy. It takes maybe 30 minutes to cook it. Getting all the stuff together, putting it in the pan, cooking it up, waiting for it to coagulate and get all creamy. It's not that hard. It's something everyone can do. So kids, especially the younger subscribers that I have, and anyone else that might be watching this, please try, I guess. I'm trying to, try to be more independent in those things. It's great that you guys try to be independent in like your social life and trying to go out and party and stuff like that. But independence is not just about doing stupid, crazy, dumb stuff. Independence is me, also being able to be responsible. Independence is being able to have people trust in you, to know that you're not going to do something stupid, and you're going to be able to take care of yourself. So something as simple as cooking your own meals is something that shows responsibility and shows the ability to be independent. So anyway, I'm going to put that on this, and it's going to be part of my dinner. It's going to be hard to do with one hand, huh? I'm going to put that over there. Some more. Another scoop. Scoop right there. Okay. And maybe one more for good measure. And the rest of it, I'm going to save it for either tomorrow's lunch and maybe possibly the next day as well. Alright.